Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, just when you thought shit couldn't get any worse, it somehow manages to. The Los Angeles Lakers played the Los Angeles Clippers last night, and, well, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse from three-point range, it manages to. Okay? In their season opener against the Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Lakers shot a whole-ass 25% from three. Well, they one-upped it last night against the Los Angeles Clippers because they shot 9 of 45 against the Clippers. Okay? 9 of 45. 9 of 40 fucking 5. I mean, I could do that. I could go, I might actually do this. I might record a video of myself going to the local basketball court down here in Hurleyville, and because they actually have a half court that's actually like NBA college regulation, I will shoot 45 fucking three-pointers. I promise you I'll make more than 9 of them. They couldn't make more than 9 as a fucking team, and they took 45 of those bitches. Okay? So, I don't know. I don't know what they do. And Russell Westbrook. Okay? Russell Westbrook shot 0 of 11 last night. 0 of 6 from 3. He had 5 steals, but 0 of 11, my G. 0 of 11. You couldn't make a fucking layup? You couldn't make a layup. You want to come out here, throw shit fits, because you're coming off the fucking bench. And everyone wants to say, act like Russell Westbrook is just this amazing fucking unicorn player. And like, oh, the guy who's capable of taking a team to the playoffs by himself. Yeah, if you give him 35 shots a fucking game, maybe. But he took 11 of them last night and didn't even make one of those bitches. So, it's just the idea, okay? Russell Westbrook is really hurting this team. And I feel bad for Frank Vogel, of all people, because I remember last year when the Lakers played like shit and Russell Westbrook continued to put up enough bricks to build another fucking Staples Center. When they had Frank Vogel last year, everybody kept saying, oh, well, they're not playing Russ right, they're not doing this, oh, they're not coached correctly. Well, they have a new head coach, and, well, if we're being, critical of the situation, the Lakers only have 4 fucking players from last year's roster, okay? LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, and Austin Reeves. Those are the only fucking people on that roster from last year's team that are still on the team. So, they managed to get younger. They actually have better players to some extent. I think Lonnie Walker is better than Trevor Ariza, okay, if I'm just being honest. Juan Toscano-Anderson, I think, was a solid pickup once they get him going and maybe utilize him the way he's supposed to be utilized. They have that Gabriel kid they picked up, who I think is really, really good. He's promising. But I just look at this team and I'm like, they pretty much changed up the entire roster. They changed the head coach, and they still suck at defense, and they still suck at shooting threes. So, is Frank Vogel the problem? No, he's not. I knew he wasn't the problem. You know why? Because I'm a Pacers fan, and I watched Frank Vogel take an Indiana Pacers team to the Eastern Conference Finals twice, okay? And it would have been a third time had they not traded Danny Granger for fucking Evan Turner, okay? So, I know what Frank Vogel is capable of when he has players that buy into his system, okay? But this Lakers team, now, this is definitely a culture problem, I will say that, but this Lakers team needs something, okay? They need something. And, to be fair, they lost to the Clippers, and Kawhi Leonard, their star player, okay, only played 21 minutes, had 14 points and I think 7 boards or something like that. I could be wrong. I only know this because I have Kawhi Leonard on my fantasy team. And their second best player, Paul George, scored 15 points, had 10 rebounds, and shot 4 of 12 from the field. John Wall had a very good game, but let's be honest, okay? The Lakers lost to the Clippers last night because the Clippers have more depth. And not for nothing, but they're also better at playing defense. It was horrendous. It was a fucking horror story, if I'm being honest with you. And honestly, if I'm being quite honest with you guys, I don't think the Indiana Pacers trade is going to happen because Rob Pelinka seems to be absolutely reluctant to get rid of that second first-round pick. So here's the dilemma that we're in. The Lakers need defense, the Lakers need shooting, and it's obvious they're not going to get it from the Indiana Pacers unless they plan to give up 2 first-round picks, which they appear very, very reluctant to do. So if I were Rob Pelinka in this case scenario, because at this point I think we're only 2 games in and it seems pretty fucking urgent already that, this team needs shooting and needs people who are capable of playing defense and scoring points, You could trade Russell Westbrook and a future first-round pick, the 2026 or the 2027, to the San Antonio Spurs for Doug McDermott and Josh Richardson. And the reason I say that is because, well, both of them are very capable of making three-pointers. Josh Richardson was at one point in his career a very capable defender. You know, if I'm being honest, you know, playing defense is more of an effort thing than anything. But if I look at Josh Richardson last season, okay. Last season, Josh Richardson only played 21 games. He started for 7 but he shot 44% from 3 last year. Season before he started 44 games, shot 39% from 3. And he's also, you know, he averages about a steal a game, if I'm being honest. So, Josh Richardson is, I think, he's 29 years old. I get it, he's not Buddy Hield. I get it, he's not Miles Turner. You know, as age-wise here, they're not winning the battle against the Pacers, but you would at least get somebody who's capable of shooting and somebody who's kind of capable of playing defense. Then on top of it, Doug McDermott is a fucking monster at shooting threes. Okay, like the kid can light it up from 3. And I just think to myself, if you're not capable of getting Buddy Hield, if you're not capable of getting Miles Turner because you're not willing to give up 2 future first-round picks, which is understandable because they're after the LeBron James, Anthony Davis era, I understand that. But if it only requires you giving up 1 future first-round pick and you get Russell Westbrook off your books, you could get a little bit of depth that you obviously need. And if I'm San Antonio, why would I deny the trade? You know, because if I'm San Antonio, like we've already talked about the Lakers' benefits, for San Antonio, they're getting Russell Westbrook, who granted is making $45 million this year. They could buy him out, right? Tell him to go fuck off. They get the first-round pick, the future first-round pick. They can play all their rookies and whatever stars, whatever guys they want to see this year, and have a horrendous fucking record. They can no longer say that they're tanking, right? Like, they can't say, like, the league can't really accuse them of tanking at this point, and you get a better chance at Scoot Henderson or Victor Wembanyama. And let's be honest, that's the direction that San Antonio wants to go in. And not for nothing, but if you have Doug McDermott on your team and Josh Richardson, there's a very small chance, obviously not many, but there's a chance at the end of the game Doug McDermott could, you know, hit a go-ahead 3 to win you a game that you probably didn't want to win. You know, so all I'm saying is I don't see how this trade does not work out for both teams. And not only that, but, you know, the Lakers finally get themselves at least one decent shooter, like a guy you know can shoot. And you also get Josh Richardson, who I also think is, I think if you really, like, if Josh Richardson had a reason to play, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's playing for the Spurs, so he's saying fuck it right now. But I feel like if Josh Richardson really had, like, a legitimate reason to play, like, if he were put on a team that, like, with a couple moves could become a championship contender, which I honestly at this point don't even think the Lakers are a championship contender. That's just my opinion. But I just think playing with LeBron might do something to his career. It might rejuvenate it or something. I mean, I don't know, but I just feel like, you know, straight up Josh Richardson, Doug McDermott for Westbrook and a first-round pick just works. It just works. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It works out on paper straight up, but this team needs work, man. They need some work. I just think to myself, man, like, they lost 103 to 97 without Kawhi. Right? The Lakers lost to the Clippers 103 to 97 without Kawhi Leonard. Had Kawhi played like 30, 35 minutes, they probably would have lost by like 10 or 15 points, if I'm being honest. Because the Lakers actually had a night where they could focus on somebody that wasn't Kawhi Leonard. And so, I don't know, man. You know what? It sucks. I want to see the Lakers do well. I hope Frank Vogel gets another job, because this is clearly a culture problem, not a coaching problem. And I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, man. But it is not looking good for the Lakers. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.